actor Joel Waggoner. Joel is an amazing singer, actor, and musician, and the life of the party, even if there is no party.
I hope so. I hope I can be the star of the party today. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yay! Thanks for having me.
You are an amazing actor, a singer, and a musician. Would you say you have a classic background for Broadway?
Classic background for Broadway. Well, I mean, it depends on what you mean by classic. I kind of stumbled into Broadway, honestly, but I've been doing theater since I was a kid. I was like in all the community theater productions, played lots of crazy roles, wore lots of weird costumes. I was the Munchkin barrister in Wizard of Oz, and I fell in the orchestra pit trying to help a girl. I did not do it myself. I was trying to help someone. I fell in. So I did a lot of that, and then I started playing violin and piano and started writing music, and then I started conducting orchestras for theater productions. So I've done a lot of crazy stuff. But the last thing I've done in New York is acting, and this is the first Broadway show I've ever done. I don't know quite if I have the classic background. I haven't had a lot of I haven't had a lot of training in acting, but I've done a lot of productions. I've done a lot of theater.
How many auditions should a kid or adult expect to go to and land a role?
You know, it's funny. I feel bad because I'm a weird guest to ask this to, okay? Because I have only auditioned once for a Broadway show, and it was this one. And that's not ordinary. Normally people spend a lot of time auditioning. They make a full-time job out of it. They audition for like hundreds of things, and some people never get a Broadway show, so that's hard to say. I'm very, very lucky to have stumbled into it like I did. But I think what's most important is that you audition enough so that you create memorable, lasting relationships with the people who are casting everything. Because there are only a handful of people casting every show, right? So, should I be looking at the camera or I should be looking at you? Is this great? Just as long as I have good angles. All I need are good angles. Just make me look cute.
95.5.
That one's bad because of my hair. Hilarious. As long as you're doing good work and creating relationships with the people who cast everything, right?
So Broadway is not all unicorns and rainbows. So, sadly, though, that would be amazing.
Should we write a show called Unicorns and Rainbows?
Yes.
And then, do it? We could do it on Broadway. Which one are you? Are you the unicorn or the rainbow? I think it's clear I'm the rainbow, but anyway. Oh, you're the rainbow?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. You're a unicorn. You're an 11-year-old who plays the bass. I'm a rainbow because, well...
But what is the biggest eye-opener for kids or adults?
You know what? When people come up to you, do they do this at the stage door where they're like, what's it like not to work? Or what's it like not to have a job and just play all day? I think the expectation is that, or I think that people think that Broadway is just us fooling around and having a blast, and we do. That's the secret. We are. But it's that it's hard work and that your schedule is nonstop. And if you're an adult, you lose a lot of time with your family. You lose all your holidays. Your weekends are gone. You can't have a Saturday again for the rest of your life. And it's an amazing job. What's strange is these are the jobs that you want. These are the jobs you work your whole life to get. And then once you get them, you kind of have no life while you have the job. So I think that's the biggest eye opener is that your schedule and your life and your energy are just gone. But it's still amazing. You know what I mean?
What is the most crazy story you have from a Broadway performance, except for you falling in the orchestra pit?
I know. That was not on Broadway. That was a community theater story, but I have plenty of those. So if I were going to have a Broadway story that happened to me, it would have to be from this show.
You have to have that memory flash.
I was hit by a set piece. I was the only person to be hit by a set piece. I missed an entrance into the Roadhouse, and I accidentally came in the wrong side of the stage, and the big fly came down and hit me in the shoulder.
What show was that again?
This one.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was very bad. It was my fault, and I could have gotten some other people in trouble. It was not very good. But it was kind of scary, because the whole set piece came, boom, it could have been right here instead, and that was crazy. That was really crazy. Another time... I know.
Block it off.
Another time was really interesting. You remember in Parents' Night when Patty and Ned come in and storm in? Well, one performance a long time ago, they didn't come in. and Dewey just had to keep improvising for like a minute, like other things about the kids. And he was like, and Lawrence is like, he's a little koala bear, but he's like a lion on the inside. He's an animal. And he just kept improvising for like a minute until they came in. And that was awesome to watch because we were all just like waiting for them to come in. That was a really cool story. Yeah, but I'm famous in my hometown for falling in the orchestra pit. People still make comments about it, and I am 30 years old.
Thank you for answering all my questions, Joel.
Thanks for having me.
This was Intermission with Montgomery. See you next week. I don't know. That's not on the script. I just said that.
Guys, there is a fly in your Chardonnay.
We are going to spend a little bit of time on this, which I just screwed up. Yes! Yes, Cody! Work? Yes. Faster, faster, faster.
Really?
Joel is an amazing singer, musician.
Really? If you're a real New Yorker...
You've got shots.
Yeah, exactly.